What's up, Flash Flyers? David here. Today we're going to talk about what is in my wallet for 2019. Coming at you from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I'm down here visiting family and I got a BMW i8 2019. This is definitely my favorite car and I was able to pay with it with YouTube money. I'll talk more about that later on in the video. So in this video, I'm going to go over what cards I have in my wallet for November 2019, why I have them there, the strategies behind it. So this month is a little different. A couple days ago, I just got back from a 7-day cruise on Royal Caribbean, so leaving out of Fort Lauderdale with my wife and 2 daughters. We went to St. Thomas, Puerto Rico, and the Bahamas. It was an amazing time. Had so much fun doing it. There'll be more videos on that in the future. And I'm gonna be in Florida for another week or so doing other things. So this month is much different than a normal month at home in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, where I'm just doing my everyday things. This is a little different because I'm in travel mode. Right, let's get right into it. Let's start with the first card in my wallet, and it's actually the newest card to my wallet. I just got approved for it right before going on the cruise, and I just put one purchase on it actually. So it is the Chase Ink Unlimited. This is actually my 4th ink card. So my 50th card was the Chase Ink Unlimited card, and I decided to get another Ink Unlimited card for another business. So I'm gonna have another video on this. I'm not sure if I'll publish it before or after, but I was able to get another ink card for another business. So I got 3 ink cards for my Wise Flies business, and I'm over 524. So if you don't know this by now, you are able to get Chase credit cards if you are over 524. There are some loopholes. I'm not gonna go over into that in this video right now, but once I got the 3 ink cards, the Chase Ink Preferred, Chase Ink Unlimited, Chase Ink Cash for my Wise Flies business, I would say I'm pretty entrepreneurial, and I started a new business where I help people with content creation consultations. Similar to what I'm doing with my YouTube channel, although I've made $0 from it and it is a brand new business, and I was still able to get an ink card for this business even though it's a brand new business and I'm over 524. But I'm gonna provide more details on that in another video. But this card is $3,000 in 3 months to get 50,000 Chase Ultimate Reward points. No annual fee. I get 1.5 points per dollar on every single purchase. So this is the card I'm mainly using right now to complete the minimum spending. Next card in my wallet is the American Express Delta Gold card. So this actually should not be in my wallet right now. I'm like a week away from completing the minimum spending. By accident, I lost this card when we went to Hawaii back in September, and I completely forgot about it. I don't know where it went. I thought it was probably in one of my pockets or something. I can't find it anywhere. So I got this new one. I actually had to get it expedited for this trip. I think I only have like $200 left on this. So that's the only reason why I have this card in my wallet, is just to complete the minimum spending. And this is actually a targeted offer, 70,000 Delta Sky Miles after spending $2,000 in 3 months plus a $50 Delta statement credit. Personally, I don't have any other use for this card besides hitting the minimum spending and getting that sign-up offer. So once I do complete the minimum spending, which will probably be in a few days, I'll just probably put this card aside and make another purchase in about 6 months and decide whether or not I'm gonna keep this card. Next card in my wallet is the Charles Schwab debit card. So I usually just keep this card on me anytime I'm traveling just to get cash. So on this trip, I'm most likely gonna use cash compared to being at home in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, where I use card for everything. So I actually took out some money out of this card right before the cruise for cash, and I actually didn't use any cash at all on the cruise. I thought we would, but this is just in case I need cash. So the amount of cash I took out with this card, which was $200 right before going on the cruise, actually the night before, I'm most likely not gonna need this card anymore because that is more than enough cash than I like to carry, and I'm in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, so I'm just gonna use credit card for every purchase anyway. Next card in my wallet is the Chase Ink Preferred for my Wiseflies business. I actually use this card on the cruise, so anytime you go on a cruise, you have to have a credit card attached if you were to make any onboard purchases. So I didn't really make any onboard purchases with this, but the one thing I did do was purchase the photos that they take on the cruise at the end, and so I had this card attached to it, and that means pretty much I was getting 3 points per dollar for those purchases for the photos. And actually, I did make one other purchase on the cruise, but it's done through the CPass card, not an actual credit card. So even though I do put it on my room, kind of like with the hotel, and then it's attached to this card, I bought a beer on the cruise. I'm not much of a drinker. I just bought one Guinness. It cost $9.43 plus an extra $1 tip, so $10.43 for a Guinness on the ship, and I got 30 points per dollar by using this card because it was attached to the room. The reason why I didn't use my new Chase Ink Unlimited card under my new business, which is actually my personal name, I didn't mention this before, but I use my social security for that business. Anyways, the reason why I use my Wiseflies business is because the cruise was a business expense, because I'm filming videos on the cruise, doing tours, stuff like that. That's how I was able to write it off as a business expense, which is the reason why I'm using my Wiseflies Ink credit card. And the next card in my wallet is gonna be the Chase Ink cash card for my Wiseflies business. So there's a little more strategy behind this card. The reason why is because this card gets 5 points per dollar at a few different categories, one of them being office supply stores. So we drove down from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina to Fort Lauderdale, Florida. We're gonna drive back up, and on the way up, we're probably gonna go to Orlando and go to Disney World for a day or two with my wife and 2 daughters. So the plan is I'm going to use this card to go to an office supply store such as Staples and purchase Disney gift cards at the office supply store, so I'm able to get 5 points per dollar at by purchasing Disney tickets, as opposed to if I were to just pay with whatever card and only get 1 point per dollar. Let's say it's a $200 gift card. If I use the in cash, I'll get 1,000 Chase Ultimate Reward points for that $200 purchase with Disney. And that's pretty much the only reason why I have the Chase Ink cash card on me for this month. I'm not really using it for any other purchases. And guys, if you're wondering, I know I didn't mention this before, if you're wondering why I'm driving a BMW i8, so this is my dream car, and as I mentioned before, I did use my YouTube money to pay entirely for this car. The only thing is I didn't purchase the entire car. I just rented it for the day through the app Turo. So if you want to learn more about how to use Turo and rent cars like this, you could click the link down in the description below. But I did use money to rent this car, which wasn't too expensive. It was a little less than $200 for the day just to rent this car. So I'm just having fun driving in this car, my dream car for the day. And because I don't want to pay taxes on my Wiseflies money, if I make a video like this for you by doing a tour and a review and all that, I don't have to pay taxes on the money spent as this, because this is a business expense for Wiseflies. And the last card in my wallet is the Chase Sapphire Reserve card. I don't really plan on using this card too much. It's more of a backup since I'm traveling, just in case anything happens to any of my cards, or if it gets lost, stolen, damaged, or compromised in any way. I just have this as a backup. I don't really have any plans to use it, but this is just one of the cards that I always have with me. 3 points per dollar for dining and travel, but I'm most likely gonna put all those purchases on my new Chase Ink Unlimited card that I just got approved for.
So recently I published a video about how much money I have made on YouTube total ever since I started back in July of 2018. So I go over exactly how much money I've made, how I was able to receive a $3,000 paycheck as my very first paycheck on YouTube. I share my analytics and exactly how much I've made month after month, which videos paid me the most amount of money. Also, I share more footage and videos of me driving the BMW i8, which is my dream car. I show you exactly how much that cost. So if you want to watch that video, you could click the link above, or if you want to support the channel, click any of the links down in the description below.
So let me know what is in your wallet for November 2019, or if you're watching this in the future, let me know what's in your wallet in general. And if you want to watch more videos of what is in my wallet, you could click this link over here. And if you want to watch more about other videos in this car, like a review of Turo, how much money I made on YouTube, all that, you could click this link down here, and I'll see you in the next video.